Good morning, friends and family. We're going to do a very antioxidizing soup today. And it's just so wonderful what food can do. And when you're in your certain stages in your life, your body's going to need things like this. So instead of going into all of that, you'll start with some turnip greens, collards, or mustard greens. Which one of the greens that you would like? This kale. This is kale, actually. So we've got kale, organic beef broth, and coarsely chopped garlic, green onions, and some sesame seeds. I'll let that cook for just a moment. I'll let that. Oh, that turned out really nice. So as you see, it's basically the size of the kale and everything is different consistency. The kale is nice and soft. Not too soft, but soft. And we still can visibly see, our little garlic. The larger chunks are fantastic for really boosting that flavor in there. Kale is not the friendliest tasting. And then we'll add broccoli. So you want to do little broccoli florets in there. Let's get those out. Now, once you just kind of roll them into that broth. This is beef broth, organic beef broth. You can choose the low sodium if you want to, because today, again, we're using the Celtic sea salt in our soups. Let's steam that down, cover that up for just a bit. So as we continue to simmer the kale, the garlic, the green onions, and the broccoli florets, we're waiting on those to get a little bit more tender, not a whole lot. We're going to be adding some color, which is the carrots, full of vitamin A, and of course the tomatoes. And I chose the Roma tomatoes, unpeeled, to have a really nice and tasty combination. Kale, as we know, is not everybody's favorite, but it's a very important green in your nutritional needs, specific times, and we'll go through that as soon as we finish our soup contents. So the next ingredient is going to be our carrots, or vitamin A. So you got, not diced too thickly, just kind of little enjoyable pieces. And then we'll allow that to simmer as well. We're going on to add our tomatoes. And these are Romas. So these are wonderful for vitamin C. I did add a little extra of the green onion. I really love the green onion. The green onion is fantastic. When you're cooking something that's a little bit bitter, such as the kale or the mustard greens and such, it's going to have a tendency to be a little bit better. So a bitter is better, of course, like so many other nutritionists would identify, but those tomatoes can be very sweet. The carrots are very sweet, so this is going to be quite pleasant as we let that simmer on. So here we have it. This is the soup that we have made this morning, and it's absolutely very colorful, very pretty. The main ingredient in this soup is the kale. So when when we think, well, you know, you can use the kale, the turnip greens, the collards, other forms of greens that are in the same family. This is the kale. So to just cover briefly what's in the kale. First of all, it's a dietary fiber, and it also contains carotenes. Carotenes is also in the carrots. Any kind of colorful vegetable is going to have some level of carotene in it. Vitamin C with the tomatoes. You got your B6, your B1, your B2, and your vitamin E. What's really awesome about the kale too is that it contains the copper, the iron, the calcium, and the manganese. So yeah, folks, if you are able to consume a soup like this, you have got everything that you have in your supplements. If you have a multi, if you're taking a multi and you exchange this soup for that multi, you would probably have more of the very essential nutrients coming out of this soup into your body than you would that multi. A lot of folks don't realize that their bodies may be not capable of absorbing certain multis. So, but with the foods, it's a work in progress. It helps you. Number one, you when you put it in your mouth to eat this soup, you're activating digestive enzymes that's going to just take you through the whole process of getting your nutrients. You're going to absorb it because it's bioavailable to you. It's not wrapped in a casing of capsule that's not going to be very good for you digestive-wise. No, it's actually going in as food. And digestion begins at the onset of these foods. So just remember that when you have this delicious nutritional soup. And for all my friends and family out there, thank you for joining me for lunch, as I'm going to jump right in and enjoy the soup. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.